Clear. Well, good evening, everyone. It's Monday night. It's 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and here you are at Philly Fantasy Fabrications, DaPHAB Sports Talk Show, the best dance sports talk on the radio or Facebook Live. So here we are tonight. Lots to talk about. Got my co-host, Ronell Stackhouse, making his grand appearance. So, Ronell, welcome to the show. And tell
Glad to
the
be
people
here.
out there a little bit about yourself.
Well, like you, I'm a Cheney alum, Cheney University. Um, I played football up Cheney from Pittsburgh,
Okay.
Pennsylvania. Hey, Pennsylvania, state of Pennsylvania, like
There it is.
yourself.
There it is. There it is. And you got general sports knowledge you're going to bring to the table, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
What's your favorite sport, man? Let the people out there know what your
It's
favorite
football.
sport is.
It's football,
Football?
no doubt.
Which
Yeah,
level? College or pro?
college, pro, high school.
What's the best high school? What's the
even
best
Major
high school
League.
out there?
The best high. Hey, I'm gonna say Brashear, my high school. I'm always
Brashear High
Brashear.
School?
Nah, but
Okay, well, best one out here in Philly got to be Imhotep in our area. Imhotep seems they've gone to a few state championships against that Erie Cathedral Prep, but they got some hammers out there. So, all right, well, listen, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We waited a few weeks for you, man, but thank you, thank God, that you're here and you're well and everything's good. So we have a few things we want to talk about tonight. We got the NBA. We want to go through games 1, 2, and 3 a little bit, particularly what's going on in these last few games. Okay, we have a little bit going on with the Wimbledon that just wrapped up this week. And, of course, we have the MLB All-Star Game, draft picks, home run derby, and stuff like that. So let's start off with the NBA. What do you got so far? What do you think so far about the NBA championship?
It's different. We're used to seeing the big name teams, Lakers, Golden State, basically Lakers, Golden State, neither one of them are here. I thought maybe the Sixers would have made it, when the playoffs started. I would have liked to have seen that, but
I would
it
have
didn't
liked
work out that way.
that. Yeah, and then, no Boston Celtics, no Miami Heat. Yeah, you're right about that with Milwaukee's a small market, Phoenix, small market, or mid-major markets. None of the major powerhouses are there so far. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, what do you think about his performance so far in these finals?
He's been really good. I think Giannis isn't great yet. I want to see Giannis develop an all-around game. I said to a friend of mine, I'm like, he doesn't have a game. He can score. He can muscle you down low and score. But until he develops that mid-range game, I don't think he's great yet.
Wow. I think he's on the verge of being, if he can finish this run and win the next, 3 of the next 4 games and win the championship, he'll have the claim to being the best player in the world, possibly. So maybe we see him a little different.
Well. Here's the thing. He's a very, very good basketball player. I just want to see him develop a shot. If he develops a shot, then he becomes unstoppable. I think his main move is that he'll get the ball, he'll step back almost like a bull and put his head down and go to the basket. It's the same move all the time.
Yeah, well, he's a football player on the basketball court. ISO left, ISO right. Give him, 32 power, to keep it a football reference. But here's
he
the
could
thing
play for me any day, though. He could play for me any day, though.
Oh, listen. He is right now in this championship. He had 41 points and 14 boards in the last game. He's starting to take. He's been a horse. He's dominating. He's averaging 34 points and 14 rebounds for the series so far in 3 games. I mean, these types of numbers. He's had back-to-back 40-point games and double-digit rebounds. That's the last player to do that was LeBron had done it and Shaq has done it. So there's only about 5 or 6 people in the history. Elgin Baylor did it. Havlicek did it. And I think Pettit did it as well. But there's only a few people. But this 40 points performance and 15 rebounds, he is dominating. And here's the deal. Phoenix has no answer for him. No. They have no answer for him. No matter if they put the kid Aiden on him, they get him in foul trouble. If they put Jameson Crowder's too big, too fast, too strong. So there's really just no answer for Giannis, and there's nothing they can do about it. They have no offensive rebounds on Phoenix. So if they don't shoot the ball well and Giannis doesn't get help, Phoenix will win. But if Giannis gets help and Phoenix doesn't shoot the ball well, Milwaukee will come back into this series. Although my prediction is still Phoenix in 6, but I think Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, is definitely making his presence felt in this series. All the way around. So real quick, how about the Phoenix Suns? How do you see them playing this series?
I like Phoenix's style of basketball. I say it all the time to anyone that'll listen. I like ball movement. I like teams that can shoot, things like that. I'm not into necessarily dunking the basketball. People love the highlight reel plays. Give me the regular play. See, I always think like a coach, that
right.
I want the regular effective play. I don't need flash and dash. And I think Phoenix does an excellent job.
They definitely are unselfish. They move the ball. They turn down good shots for better shots, better shots for even greater shots. They're very athletic. They got a couple PA boys, right? You and I talked about that before, right? Anyone you want to highlight there from Pennsylvania?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I like to see Pennsylvania folks do well. I guess I'm a little biased on that,
Yeah, that's true. But Phoenix has one thing going on in this series is their guard play.
Right.
CP3, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker, with their high pick and roll, have been dominated games 1 and 2. Okay, so with the high pick and roll, they're able to get all the shots off, get Cameron Johnson involved, get Mikal Bridges, who, by the way, he's a PA kid, right? And I've talked about him the last 2 weeks. The kid literally is a young Kawhi Leonard. I know I'm stepping up and I'm saying this guy, but I watch him. He goes left into the paint, gets inside just inside the free throw line, and boom, cash money. He's hitting 2-point shots all day, every day. But Phoenix, high pick and roll, controlling the game one way, right? Giannis with ISO ball, and he handles the ball well enough where he can kind of kick it, swing it around, look for the shot. I used to coach basketball a little bit, high-level AAU, so I know about ball movement as well. But Phoenix up 2-1. Milwaukee wins game 3. Game 4, I believe, is tomorrow night. So we'll see. That's a swing. That's a very, very important game.
Well, the one thing is, people made a big deal out of Phoenix winning the first 2. And you can't because all they did was hold serve. And then Milwaukee came back and won last night. So, a series starts, that's the old cliche. A series starts when the road team finally wins a game. That's when the series starts.
Hey, speaking about holding serve, that leads us right into Wimbledon, right? And
Miguel, before we go into
sure.
To tennis, can I say one thing? A couple years ago, I posted something about the NBA needs to move the season to where it ends right before training camp, and you see what's going on this year. Maybe someone in the office is actually listening to me or something. I don't know, but we see it's better that the NBA is going to lead us into NFL training camp. Gives us more things to watch in the summer, along with baseball and tennis and things like that. So I like the way the NBA season.
You like the way the calendar stretched, working out right now.
Exactly.
Well, here I'll give you a calendar. We didn't talk about this pre-show either. Here's a calendar gem you might want to hold on to and use someday. Is the only 2 days, and this has been up until recently. I don't know if there's been any change, but up until recent years, the only day in the calendar year where not one of the 4 major sports teams or sports leagues are playing is the day before the MLB All-Star game and the day after the MLB All-Star game. Obviously, football season's not on. Hockey season's already ended. Basketball season doesn't play tonight. So it's the only 2 days. But anyway, so those are only 2 days in the calendar year you don't see pro sports. So maybe someone's listening to it. We'll extend it. We'll go right, as basketball ends, it goes right into football training camps, and we get to see what we're going to do there with that. But as you said, we're holding serve, right? Wimbledon. Our guy Joker, we talked about him, Novak Djokovic. We spoke about him in the first show. He dropped his first set. He came back to win his first match. He ends up winning Wimbledon, his 5th Wimbledon title, which gives him 20 Grand Slam titles, which ties him with Nadal and Federer, arguably the 3 greatest players, probably along with Sampras, greatest male tennis players of all time. So Joker wins Wimbledon, and he's looking for the Joker Slam. What do you think about that? You think he's got a shot?
From what I know about the man's a beast. I don't watch a whole lot of tennis, but I always remember like Djokovic and Nadal and Federer. Those were the main 3 names you hear about. But Djokovic, every time you turn on any of the sports shows, he's the one they're talking about.
Yeah, he leads. He's a cannon for sure. He's a cannon for sure, and he's won the Australian French and Wimbledon. He needs the U.S. Open in New York and the Olympic gold medal to complete the what they're calling the Joker Slam. So
the Joker Slam, Serena Slam.
So, as he's breaking records, you know what? We have before speaking of breaking records, MMA fighting this weekend. Okay, Diamond. Was it Diamond Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor, right? And Conor McGregor comes out early doing his thing. Poirier starts attacking, and then late in the first period, Conor McGregor, takes a back step, slips, snaps his leg in half. His opponent jumps on him, starts beating up a little bit towards the end of the period. And Conor was really upset. Not that he broke his leg, but he didn't want that. He wanted it to be a no contest, by the way. He breaks his leg. It was a horrific injury, probably career threatening at this point. He's an older fighter. But he was arguing like, this is not a win. You did not beat me. He did not beat me. He's like, you jumped on me, you pounded me at the end, but that was not a victory. He was more because this is a doctor or a medical victory, So, did you get to watch the fight by any chance?
I saw pieces of it. McGregor knows what he's doing. He knows how to work the UFC. He understands. He's a showman, and he understands. And that's probably better. Go fight again, and that's probably better that he didn't lose by getting beat. Basically getting beat conventionally, shall I say? He got beat. Because he broke his ankle or foot or whatever it was, he broke his leg. So they'll fight again because of that, and that makes him look better. And he's a sympathetic figure, basically, because of the way he lost.
Right. But it was definitely Dustin took over with the grappling, got him down. They fought a little bit. It was a good fight. It seemed like a good fight. A lot of people were entertained by it, but. Coming back, he definitely will be a sympathetic figure. We'll see if he does come back. There's a long way of recovering.
His followers are going to root for him. He'll probably even actually gain more followers.
He's a draw. He's a draw. He's like Mike Tyson.
Right.
People want to see the great fighters fight even when they can no longer fight any longer. So okay, all right. Well, now we got tonight. We have baseball. We have the All-Star game tonight. Oh, the home run derby tonight, the All-Star game tomorrow. But yesterday was the draft. Your hometown, Pittsburgh. You guys had the number 1 pick. What'd you guys do?
Henry Davis, catcher from Louisville.
Okay, talk to me. What you got on him? Anything?
Well, from what I know, he was the best hitter coming out of the draft. And he was a really good catcher at Louisville. But I don't know. I also heard that they signed him because he's more signable. I don't know if that's true or not, but you know.
Yeah. I did hear the same thing. Signability was one of the reasons why they did sign him, because the consensus number 1 pick leading up to the draft was a kid named Jack Leiter, whose son Al Leiter pitched, professed to pay for the Mets and some other teams in the major leagues. But Jack Leiter's a right-handed pitcher out of Vanderbilt. Big power right-handed pitcher, was considered a consensus number 1 pick. I think Pittsburgh may have been scared off of the signing that was going to take to sign him, the money, and they took the guy Davis, exit velo the bat plays. I don't know that he'll be a catcher in the big leagues. It looks like they're going to move him around. I think they like him for his bat. So in today's MLB, guys like Max Muncy and the way Tampa Bay plays all their guys. Versatility is very critical. So if he's not a catcher, he can play first, go third, maybe outfield. See what happens there.
And they also signed a kid from out your way. His name is Lonnie White. He's from the Coastville area, but he played at Melbourne. He was going to go to Penn State for football. He's an athlete.
Okay.
Yeah,
I missed out on that one. Nice catch.
Yeah.
Okay, but the Phillies drafted a guy named Andrew Paintier from a right-handed pitcher from Calvary Christian High School in Florida. He's 6'6", compared to like a Tyler Glasnow, which is if he can develop into Tyler Glasnow, you guys know him. He was a Pittsburgh. He was a Pirates draft pick. Pitches for Tampa Bay. He's out right now with an injury. But the Phillies did draft a 6'6", 240-pound pitcher, long, lanky, gets great extension, high velocity, all-speed pitches, seems to play well. So we'll see. A lot of he's young, so a lot of development that needs to occur between, coming out of high school and development into the pro leagues. But so the baseball draft is on and popping. It's the one draft that most people, we don't know. Most people don't follow the baseball draft like basketball and football, because we see college football players and we see college basketball players. Telling me a guy's a great shortstop from Texas. What does that mean, right?
Yeah, and especially if they're a high school kid, because you got to wait about 5-6 years to see anything.
Yeah, anything can happen. They're just too young, But this was not considered to be a great draft. There's a kid next year they're looking at really highly, looking at the number one pick overall. So that'll be for next season. So tonight we have the home run derby. All right, I got the bracket in front of me. I'm gonna throw it at you and see what you got. So first of all, let's talk about before we get into the bracket. We got two guys that are missing in this home run derby. I don't know how they got
very disappointed. I'm very disappointed.
Okay, you take one, I'll take the one you don't. Who which of the two you notice is missing?
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I wanted to see. He's a showman. Baseball they need him to be involved in things like this. He's a showman. He's built in the game. He has a commercial. I haven't seen the commercial in a while, but he had that one commercial that was playing like 50 times a day. You would see him on it. But
right. He's got a flair. He's got a pizzazz for the highlight moments. I think they missed the boat on Fernando Tatis Jr. as well as I'll say Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The guy is on pace to be possibly the American League MVP, a triple crown threat. His father won the home run derby. He was seen as a kid as a home run derby when his dad was in the home run derby. So, that's just a great TV moment. Here's baby Vlad Jr. while his dad's hitting home runs, the segue into Vlad's, Jr. hitting home runs. So they I think MLB baseball missed an opportunity to have former MLB players' kids. Fernando Tatis Jr., his dad played in MLB. Right. Obviously, Vlad Sr. is a Hall of Famer. Played in the MLB, so baseball may have missed an opportunity to have those, but we still have a nice bracket. So in the home run derby, we have the number 1 seed Shohei Ohtani against Juan Soto. Who do you think is going to win? I don't have my TV on, so I have no idea what's going on in the home run derby.
I tell you what,
Ohtani and Soto.
I got Ohtani, but I really like Juan Soto. What he did a couple years ago when the Nationals won the World Series, he was unbelievable. What's he like, 22 now? He was like
he's still a baby. He's one of the top 5 players in baseball easily to start your franchise with. I'm going with Soto. I don't care about the seedings in the home run derby. I think that he has a natural free-flowing swing. So his swing plays to all-star games where for home run derbies, he just has a natural swing. He doesn't have to make any changes to elevate the ball. It's in Colorado, so he does. The ball jumps there anyway. And they're not using the humidor for the home run derby. I think they want the ball to jump out of there. So I got Soto. You got Ohtani?
Yeah, I guess I'm.
All right, let's do okay. So the 4-5 matchups take Sal Perez, catcher for Kansas City Royals, versus Pete Alonso from the Mets.
I know who you're going with.
Huh?
I know who you're going with.
No, I'm going with Alonso.
For
I'm
real?
not going with Perez, even though we share the same last name. I'm going with Alonso. Alonso won the home run derby once, and I think he'll have a shot. So I got Alonso winning that one.
I got Alonso. I think Alonso's going to win that.
Alonso wins. So then the top of the bracket, Alonso versus Soto, Alonso versus Otani. I would take Alonso going to the finals. I got him going to the finals. So who do you like going into the finals on the top half of the bracket?
You said, wait, say that again. I missed that part.
Pete Alonso versus Shohei Ohtani in your end. Who do you got going to the finals?
I'm going with Ohtani.
You got the number one seed holding seed to the finals.
Yeah,
I got Alonso going to the finals. In the bottom half of the bracket, which is a 3-6 matchup, Matt Olson of Oakland versus Trey Mancini, Baltimore. What do you got there?
I don't know much about those two. Honestly, I mean, I've seen highlights. I can't sit there and give you like a full rundown.
No worries. I like Mancini. He seems like he would play well in the home run derby. He doesn't. Olsen is the better player, I believe, but Mancini, I think, will do better in the home run derby there. And then Trevor Story, who is the Rocky. They got him as the 7th seed versus Joey Gallo of Texas, and all he does is either strike out or hit a home run, it seems.
I'm going to go with Story.
You go with Story? You got Story going? I got Joey Gallo. I mean, because I think that he doesn't have to change his swing for a home. He strikes out or hits home runs. I mean, Trevor Story, I think the adrenaline rush could be a little too much for him. I think, he's a hometown guy. I'm going to go with Story versus Gallo versus Mancini. I'm going to put Gallo in the finals. So I guess you'll say Story in the finals probably.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So I'll let you predict. You got Story versus Ohtani. Who wins the 2021 home run derby?
I'm going with the modern day Babe Ruth.
The modern day Babe Ruth. Okay, Shohei Ohtani. You got him winning. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have Alonso in the finals versus Joey Gallo, and I have Pete Alonso winning the 2021 home run derby. So let's see who wins. Yeah, I think Alonso wins, and we'll see what happens there. Okay, so we've gone through pretty much everything we had on the agenda. What was going on? But the All-Star game, we have the All-Star picks. You have any? You mentioned Shohei Ohtani. We cannot leave without talking about Shohei Ohtani because he actually has. Did you notice the exemption that they made from in Major League Baseball?
He's going to start. He's going to start at pitcher too.
Start pitcher and DH. So he has a unique. The DH, for those that are unaware, is a designated hitter, which means you bat for somebody. They changed the rule for him to allow him to showcase. You got him winning the home run derby, so this is all about him, right? They are allowing him to lead off and pitch so that the American League, it's a true exhibition game at this point. The American League will then now have to, when they take him out of the game, they can take him off the mound and still let him bat if they want him to bat 2 times, maybe 3 times. But they can also then at some point take him out and bring somebody else like Joey Gallo or whoever else is an all-star that can come in and be a designated hitter for the game. So,
and I like that because, like you said, it's an exhibition and you want to grow the game. You want people, and him being from another country, you want that. You want people to be interested. You want to grow the game. You want it to continue to be worldwide.
Right, and baseball does have a huge international influence. We have a lot of Ohtani's from Japan. We have a lot of Dominican ball players. A lot of Puerto Rican ball players are probably in this game as well. Obviously, American-born ball players. I'm sure there's got to be someone in there that's Mexican. So they definitely have, and probably someone from Canada, right? So it's definitely an international game. It's America's pastime, but it definitely has an international feel to it. So we'll see. I have I know Max Scherzer's pitching for the National League to start. So I'm going to go with the National League winning 6-4.
When was the last time the National League won? The National League hasn't won in a million years.
Listen, I'm going on a limb.
I'm a National League guy too. We're due.
We're due. We're definitely due for. We're definitely due for. Definitely win. Definitely due for a win. So anything else? What else you got going on? Anything else going on out there in your neck of the woods?
I'm just waiting for football to get here.
Yeah. What's your favorite team?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
How many rings they got again?
Well, I don't even like to talk about it. I mean, there's 6,
About
but
4 or 5.
6.
Six of them.
6 rings. 6
All
rings.
right, man. Listen, man, and Philly, we got one. So we got an NFL championship, which was like 1950 or something like that. But we do got one Super Bowl ring, so we got a whole claim to that one. Our guy.
I was happy. I was happy when y'all won that. I was real happy when y'all won that Super Bowl.
Well,
because y'all beat the Patriots.
Well, we owed them too from the Donovan throw-up games some years back. So yeah, well, listen, we're off. We're running. Episode number 3, episode 1 for us together. Any final shots you want to give out? Any last comments you want to give before we hit the show?
Everybody just enjoy the summer. We'll be around every Monday evening. Me and Miguel.
Right, hey, listen, I appreciate your time. I look forward to next Monday. I just want to say, this past week, I lost my grandfather, so rest in peace. I will
sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And yesterday was, was my brother's 52nd heavenly birthday. So God bless you, Lieutenant Juan Perez from Philadelphia Police Department, K-9 Division. Always have a memorial here with me at all times. So I continue to be inspired by him. And so listen, we're out of here. Thank you for your time. For all those that were watching, I hope we were able to entertain you for a half hour or so. So God bless. See you next Monday. Once again, the Philly, the DaPHAB Sports Talk Show, the best dance sports show on Facebook Live and YouTube. Check out Kobe Visions, who's our producer in the background. So you won't see him too often, but he's the guy behind the scenes pushing all the buttons. So take care. God bless. Have a great week.